Did you people write really some questions? Huh? Uh-huh. Okay. I don't want to disappoint you. Sometimes, they may think, Swami doesn't dare to open my question because he may not know how to answer. So he just he's afraid that there may be some tough questions. Sometimes our own people write a lot of questions. Is this all your questions? It doesn't matter. Just so I want to answer your question. This is not yours, no? No. Okay. Because they would not have given you a piece of paper like this. Okay. Religious truths can be puzzling to someone who has not experienced them or who does not recognize the experience. How can someone find the truth of a religious doctrine such as belief in reincarnation, faith in God, karma, etc.? Actually, doctrines are not somebody just imagines and writes it down. They are experienced truth. What they experience, they write it down. They pass it on. But sometimes when we are not of that level, we find it hard to understand. Like a small child cannot understand a high class college book. But when you mature enough, you understand it. Until then, you don't have to disbelieve it. If you cannot understand it, keep it for a while. Let it be. Maybe I am not ready to know it. Because often we simply disbelieve because we don't know what it is. To believe or not to believe, you should know what it is. Here the question is, it's really puzzling, yes. How can someone find the truth of a religious doctrine, such as belief in reincarnation? I think I just touched this point in my talk. It's hard to present all the facts to satisfy our intelligence, but still the intelligence can help us. Take the reincarnation. Even the people who do not seem to believe in reincarnation say that the soul is immortal. Is it not so? We are the image of God. If we are the image of God, that image should be immortal. Because God is immortal. Even that seems to be a little doubtful nowadays. God is dead, somebody wrote once. So there is a non-dying part, an immortal part here in your person, which you call the spirit or consciousness. Call it consciousness. God is super consciousness. The individual consciousness functions in you. It's hard to say in you means you are not that then. Which you here? If you are consciousness, then you are functioning in the body-mind. If you are the body-mind, then God consciousness is functioning in you. It depends upon where you place yourself. Just as the great Rama devotee Hanuman said once, "O Rama, if I am the body, let me be your servant." Deha buddhyastu dasoham. If I am an individual soul, let me be your part. Jiva buddhyastu tadamsakam. But if I am the immortal spirit, the self, Atma Buddhi, Tvamevaham, I am you. True. We function in all these three levels. Mostly we function in Deha Buddhi or Jiva Buddhi, as body and mind. That's how we identify ourselves. I am the body, I am the mind. But the fact is, you are neither the body nor the mind. You are the owner of the body, and that's why you say, my body, my mind. If you are the body, how can you say my body? If you are the car, you have to address yourself, oh, I am Chevy. You cannot say, this is my Chevy. Like that, my body is aching. My body, but at the same time, I have put on 10 pounds more. What do you mean? Did you put 10 pounds more or your body put 10 pounds more? We mix up this. That's what called mixed life. I and my mind, my body. So that I is immortal. Use the body. That's why even the priest sometimes at the graveyard, what does he say? Air to air, water to water, fire to fire, earth to earth, dust to dust. The elements get decomposed. This body is composed of elements, they are decomposing. They go. When all that decomposes, the soul that lives in this body says, oh, this is a dilapidated house, I can't live it anymore, junk it and go. It has to go. And where should it go? Wherever it wants. How can it go? Maybe take another vehicle. Because you lost this vehicle, you have to get another car to continue your journey. So sometimes it may be difficult to prove the reincarnation, but it's easy to prove the pre-incarnation. You lived before. There's no doubt about it. This is not your first birth. The proof is, when you are born, you come with your old past samskaras. Born genius, we say. Where did he get that capacity? If this is the first time you are taking birth, twins, when they are born, they should be exactly like each other. Physical features may be similar, but mentally they are poles apart sometimes. Where did they get that trait? That's what they brought with them. They lived before. Another proof is, if God has created every soul for the first time, every child should be exactly like the other child. Features, conditions, everything. Why some children are born with deformities? Can you say God decided to create a child without a limb? Is it his fancy then? At the same time, you say all-merciful God. It's not fun for him to create one without eyes, one without a limb, one all healthy. Whom would you blame for that? You have to blame yourself. Because you did something before, and when you come in here, you face those results of your past actions. That's another proof that we lived before and we are continuing. But sometimes the scripture says so. Don't worry about next birth. You may not even have another opportunity. It is to make you act now. If you say, oh, I have many more births, I'll take it easy. It is for that sake, this is the best opportunity given to you. If you miss this, who knows, you may not get anything more. This is your last chance. Then you are more alert. Aridaridu manudaradar aridu. Avayar again said, it's very difficult to get a human birth. You had all various births before. You lived like animals. That's why sometimes we yell like dogs. If you see somebody always yelling, he must have been a nice Alsatian before. German Shepherd, a bulldog. If you eat somebody gobbling everything, he must have been that Mr. Pig before. Yeah. You see somebody very cunning, he must have been a fox before. You just say, oh, he's a fox, don't trust him. Why do you say that? Because he is bringing those qualities, what he was before. Oh, don't touch him, he's a scorpion. He stings people. We use all these terms without knowing why. There is truth in it. We lived all that, got all experiences. Now finally we looked for a better birth, a better body. Ultimately we got this beautiful human birth. Therefore, she says, it's very difficult to get a human birth. And even in the human birth, it's much more difficult to get a complete body. Koon, Kirudu, Sevudu, Pedu, Ningi, Pirattal, Aridu. Koon, Kurudu, Sevudu. Without all these things, deformities, to get a healthy body is more difficult. Pirandakalayum, Jnanam Kalviyum Nayathal Aridu. Even if you are born with complete good body, to get a good education and to get good wisdom is very difficult. When you get that all, make use of it. Another great saint once said, there are 3 rare things to be achieved. One is human body, human birth. Another one, the desire to know the truth is very rare. And the third thing, to show you the way is somebody. To get somebody to show you the way is very difficult. Only lucky ones will get all the 3. Many have good bodies. And their interest, a little money, fine. A little job, fine. Like a woodcutter. Why do you cut the wood? Oh, I have to eat. I say, why do you eat that much? I have to cut the wood. He's just happy. He cuts the wood to eat. He eats the food to eat, to cut the wood. Food and eat. Wood. Food and wood. Finish. That's all he knows. That's what. to get that mumukshutvam. Oh, what am I doing here? Miserable life. How can I be always peaceful, happy, and bring that joy and peace to others? Is there any better way of living than just living like any animals? Every animal finds a little food. Every animal builds a small nest. Every animal procreates, bring forth its offshoots. What am I doing other than that? Make a little money, dress myself, build a nice home, bring forth a few children. In what way I am great then? The animals don't worry about why am I here, what should I be doing? A dog never asks, why am I a dog? But a man can ask, why am I a man? Where did I come from? What am I doing? What should I do? Where should I go? And that's what you call intelligence. Yes. Not to find out, oh, this is black, this is white, this is tall, this is short, the chili is very bit hot, salt is salty. You don't need intelligence. Dogs will say that. Dogs have better nose than us. Give your handkerchief and give it to the dog, it will find out the master. You can do it. In many cases, we are even worse than animals. The only exceptional thing that a human being is supposed to possess is the desire to find a true, peaceful, happy, useful life. A desire to. That's why often I summarize the goal of religious life or spirit yoga life is in 3 words. The desire to lead an easeful life, a peaceful life, and a useful life. Physically easeful, no disease. Mentally always peace, serene, samatvam, sthitaprajna. And in life, useful. You have to be useful to people. That is the one thing that would make a human being a human being. So there are so many things in this faith in God. Well, if you have faith in you, you have faith in God. Because faith in a great energy, a great consciousness, great power. You don't have to assume things. As just a great Saint Taimanor said, Lord, why do people ask for proof of your existence? Even after seeing all this whole universe. Who is controlling all these planets? They can easily get clashed with each other. Why the moon should go there the same distance? Why the earth should remain here? Why the sun should stay there? Why are they keeping their distances? Why can't they come closer or go far away? Who controls them to travel at certain speed so that you start a rocket here and land there after a certain time? If the sun, moon decides, oh, I'll delay a little today, how can you, where will you land? Everything is in precision. Things happen like that. How can they happen like that without a controlling phenomena, a controlling power, a controlling consciousness? And that's what you call God. Even within you, Many, many things happen without your knowing, without your wanting. They are not even in your control. Take the food, put in the mouth, chew it. Once it goes below this level, you don't have control over it. You can't stop it. You don't digest it. It gets digested. Even breathing is not in your control. Can you stop your breath? No. Blow it out and keep it there? No. It gets forced in. Blow it in, keep it there, it gets forced out. Why? Who sends the air back to you? A saint was joking. I said, what is this? The biggest joke, the surprise, is that how can the air remain in this 9-holed tube? Even with one little puncture, the tire goes flat. Here, so many holes, and the air is still remaining inside without going out. Navadvara Puri. That's why it's called a holy body. All of holes. You all know that breath is the most important thing to live. And we all want to live. Are we really conscious in breathing? No. 15 times a minute the breath goes out. Every time it goes out, you say, oh, hey, don't go. Come back, I have to live. Do you do that? No. It just comes back. You never even notice it. How can it come back? Because somebody is interested in your living. That cosmic consciousness who created you, who functions in this body and mind, wants this to continue. Because you are interested in driving in the highway, you are putting gasoline into the car. The car never asks you. Did the car ask you, fill me up? No. You take it and say, fill her up. The same way, a supreme power, a controlling power. It is in and out and everywhere. It has created everything. It takes care that everything goes according to its plan. So it keeps you alive. When the job is over, you don't even have to ask for it. You just say, turn off the switch, finish. So if you are alive, that consciousness wants you to be alive. You may call it God. God created you for His purpose and He wants you to be alive. So He is giving you food, water and air even without your asking. And the minute your job is over, He will turn off the switch. You can't say, another 5 minutes, can I leave? No. Even when the doctors put all the hooks, no. You are dead. The cells in the body may function, but you are physically dead. Clinically dead, you call it. When we think of all these things, you realize, yes, there is a higher power. Functioning through me, functioning through everything. Even within an atom, it is that consciousness, that function, that makes it throb. And that's all. You don't have to go beg, pray, God, do this to me, give me that, give me that. Why? I would never ask God, do this to me, do that. Why? It's your business. If you want, get it done. If If you don't want it, just keep quiet. So that faith, that's what you call faith. Doesn't mean faith means you have to go and believe and beg and cry. No. If you want, you do it, but you don't have to. And He is not going to give you just because you cry. If you don't deserve it, He won't give you that. Father knows best. Huh? Sometimes we think, some people pray, God, give me patience. I'm really very impatient. Give me patience. But please do it soon. Huh? Huh? Teach me patience, but do it soon. Huh? Sri Swami Satchidananda. How may one learn to overcome self-will? What is the way of disciplining oneself to complete a task? Know that it's God's task. God wants you to do that, and He is giving you all the interest, all the capacity, all the knowledge of it. If you think yourself as an instrument in the hands of God, you will always succeed in whatever you do. You will do always better job. But if you project your ego and say, I am doing it, then you get into problems. You want somebody to pat on your shoulder and say, oh, you did very well. And if they don't do it, you will not do it next time. Do it as an instrument in the hands of God. How can I know if the spiritual path I have chosen is the right one for me? Or even if I belong in a spiritual work? You are always in a spiritual work. To know whether the chosen path is right or not is to watch your feelings. Are you becoming more and more easeful, more and more peaceful? Are you lessening your worries? You feel happy. Or if it bothers you more, then you are in the wrong direction. You are not doing it right. It's not the action, the way you do. So to decide whether you are doing it right or not is this. Am I maintaining my peace while doing this? Am I peaceful? If the answer is no, then you are doing something wrong. You are not doing it well. Every job, when you do something, it should make you happy, jubilant. You feel like doing more. Enjoy what you are doing. Yes. You should forget yourself when you do. Work should be a play, a fun, not a burden. If you simply become heavy on the work, then you are doing it as a labor. Even when you look for a thank you, you are looking for some reward. When you do something for a reward, it's a labor. It's not service. Service means doing it one-way traffic. You just do it and forget it. Labor means you do it to get it. That's why there's a lot of labor tribunals. There's no service tribunals. Huh? Yeah. Because when there is labor, there is pain. When you get into labor, there is pain. No? But of course, even behind the pain, there is gain. How may we know what God's plan is for us? whatever true dharma is for this lifetime. You better go and ask him. Sooner the better. Find him. Yeah, if you are really interested in this, I'm not the one to answer you. You have to go and ask him, hey, why are you doing this? Yeah. And probably when you find him, your question is already answered then. But in a sort of simple, down-to-earth answer is, anything that is beneficial to everybody, you and others, is God's plan. Anything that is beneficial only to you and not to others is your plan. A very simple. Thiruvalluvar says that in his Thirukural. A good action is that neither you get hurt nor you hurt others. That's a perfect action. So watch for it. Am I hurting anybody? Am I hurting myself? The answer is no, you are okay, you are doing right. Karmasha kausalam. Perfection in action. The very last one. Okay. On several occasions you have said that we cannot have faith unless the mind is pure. I seem to naturally have a lot of faith in you, but this mind is certainly not pure. Does that mean that the mind was once clean and the faith grew during that time, then the mind got dirty, but the faith remained? It seems more likely that the faith is there because its object, you, is so great. Thank you. Would you please comment? Mind has a tendency to forget things. That's why it's called mind. You have to remind it. Yeah. To remind. Because manas chanchalam astiram, Bhagavan says. Mind is like fluid. It's not steady. But faith is permanent. Faith belongs to the pure self. Mind is like cloud in front of the sun. It gathers dark sometimes. It becomes thin, it becomes white. Sometimes it gets dispersed. It's a continuous changing phenomena. Even when Arjuna asked Krishna, how can I control the mind? He laughed. How can you control your mind? Mind is like wind. Vayurnavamivambasi, he says. Like the wind tossing the boat. Your mind gets tossed by your desirous wind. Then is there a hope? Yes. Ride over it. Don't get caught in the mind and its pranks. You rise above that. You just tell your mind, I know what you are. I know you are mischievous sometimes. You don't pull me into this mud. Occasionally I give you a little wrong rope. Go, play. When the Don't blame yourself, oh, I am totally unhappy. No, your mind is unhappy. You just tell your mind, see, I told you not to do those things. You never listened to me. You went and did all those things. Now you are unhappy and you are complaining. You deserve that. Go. Tell your own mind, yes. You stand outside. You become a surfer. You can ride over the waves of the mind. If you become a good surfer, without tilting yourself down, you can ride over well. That's what yogic samatvam is called. If you are on a strong, hard surface standing, you cannot say, I am samatvam, I am steady. Everybody can be steady that way. In a wavy Honolulu waters, Hawaii waters, you must be steady on your board. Then you are a surfer. Life is like that, ups and downs. Mind is part of the nature. The nature can never be permanent, steady, no. If that is ever made that way, it deceived its purpose. World is to fluctuate constantly, it's moving, moving, moving. That's why even an atom doesn't keep quiet, it jumps. You stand above it and watch it, ride over it. If you don't know how to ride, even a little tossing of the mind is dreadful to you. That's why even a little wave frightens you. But when you learn to surf, you will look for big waves, not even little waves. Is it not so? Huh? A good surfer is not even happy with little waves. He says, hey, look at that big calamity I faced today. Yeah. You know, I got $50,000 last month. This month I lost $75,000. What do you think of me? Great. Both are fun. Seta Ushna Sugha Dukkha Samaha Sangha Vivarjitaha Tulya Ninda Stutir Mauni Santushto Yana Kyanachit. Equanimity between all this pleasure, pain, profit, loss, praise, blame. You can serve. Don't ever think that world is going to be always smooth. No. Don't ever dream of that. It's very rough. Rough sea. But get a board. Get a board. Yeah. Buy the ticket. Once you are there, you can swim, you can play, you can sleep. The captain will take care of it. Even the rough sea, he will know how to navigate. Be on board. Well, if I keep talking like this, you will get bored. Okay? One. How can I give out more love when I feel such a small portion within me? I need to give out so badly. Well, it's not the quantity, it's the quality. Even the little, if you feel like giving, give. Qualitative gift. You may be small, all right. When Rama, the great warrior king, the incarnation of Lord Vishnu, wanted to cross the little ocean between India and Sri Lanka, he was building a big bridge. Even today it's called Adam's Bridge. If you ever go to Ceylon, you can see. All the giants came to help him. They were even bringing huge mountains to drop in the ocean, to build a bridge in the ocean. Imagine. When they were busy doing all these things, somebody noticed a little squirrel running to the shore, picking up a pebble, dropping it, then go back, pick another pebble, drop it. They all laughed at it. And Rama noticed, what is that you are laughing? Sir, look at this little squirrel. It's just running and putting it wants to build you a bridge. Oh, tear rolled from his eyes and said, oh, my sweet little boy, I need your service too. With your help I can build the bridge faster. Come on, do it. And he took it and stroked it. And because Rama stroked it, it has 3 white lines on the back, even today. So don't put yourself down. You are never little. We need a little twig also to pick the tooth. You don't have need a big 2x4. So you are useful in something. Don't put yourself, see the 2x4 and say, oh, I'm not 2x4. You have a purpose. And that has a purpose. Don't ever put yourself down. You are great in your place. Nobody can substitute. Remember that. If somebody can substitute you, you wouldn't be there. God is not a fool to keep you unnecessarily wasting his breath on you. Yes. The minute he knows that you are no good, nail him out. Finish. Bring the box, nail him down. Yeah. He is a very practical person. He won't waste even an ounce of breath on you if you are useless. So, don't ever put yourself down. That is the worst sin you can commit. Oh, I'm no good. I can't do anything. You are here for a purpose. You may not know it. Everything is like that. See, this glass is sitting there. What is this? Almost 2 years, 2 hours, 3 hours gone by. This fellow doesn't even look at me. He doesn't even want to think, why am I sitting here? Does it brew, get boiled? No, it is still there. But when I want it, I will use it. Is it bubbling now? No. Not happy either. See, it was not unhappy until I didn't see. Now it's not excited because, oh, the Swami saw me. No pleasure, no pain, just the same. So, when the Lord wants me, He will use me. Have that faith always. The technician knows what tool to use when and how. A nice sharp-edged tool may look at a crooked saw and say, look at that, how crooked you are, terrible. Why are you sitting in this tool room? Get out. Huh? Have you ever seen a saw and a nice chisel? Very sharp, polished edge, the saw all crooked. Huh? But the technician knows, yes, the saw also has certain duty to do. At that point, the chisel will not be of use. That's all. However crooked you are, however ugly you are, however little you are, the very fact that you are here is enough. God has something for you. So let's live in that hope. Let's become complete, humble instruments in the hands of that great Lord. That's the best thing that we can do. All the rest, He will take care of. So simply leave it to Beaver. That shows I watch a lot of TV programs. But the Leave It to Beaver is not to be seen anymore now. They don't want to leave it to Beaver. It's all gone. I really enjoyed it. The father knows best. It's not no more. It's all crimes and things. Okay. Thank you. Now let us see.
This concludes tonight's satsang. These programs are made possible through the loving service of Sri Swami Satchidananda.